guys, welcome to my channel Digital Royalty. Today we are going to talk about Lancome Tint Idol, and by the way you guys, I have about 2 shades which I'm going to show you how they are sitting on me. The other one was a recommendation from a makeup artist from the ARC store. If you stay in South Africa, you may know the ARC store is the store that sells the high-end product, where you can buy your Anastasia Beverly Hills products, you can buy your Dior foundation, perfumes, you can buy Lancome, you can buy Huda Beauty, you can buy NARS. We have NARS. I got a chance to even take a glimpse at NARS products, as they just been in the country for about 3 weeks now. So you guys, if you're interested in knowing how all these 2 foundations sit on me, on this face, on this pretty face, by the way, let's hop right into this makeup tutorial. I'm going to use my very first expensive foundation, and that foundation is none than Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation. I have about 2 shades, which one was my own discretion to say this is my perfect match, and then the other one was the one that was actually decided on me by makeup artists that you find at the ARC. But in case you can't find the ARC, you can find this foundation at Jofoshini, Edgar's, as well as Truett's. This is where you'll find this Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation. As I always say that the bright colors, they always swallow my light. I'm actually referring to what you are seeing right now when I look at myself here on this mirror, and as well as looking at myself on the monitor. I see the monitor looking like it's a little bit darker, but it's fine, it's alright. We are not there about the complexion for now. For eyeshadows, I'm going to use Huda Beauty Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette. And for anyone that does not know this palette, when I bought it, I thought it was original. It was up until I actually checked it against the original that you find at the ARC store, and I found that this was counterfeit. Some of the colors are not the same, and anyway, I managed to get in contact with the real Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty. And the colors that you will find in that palette, Heavenly Father, they are worth splashing on, but that is one pricey brand. Huda Beauty, it's one pricey brand, by the way. As for now, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids, and I would like to use this L'Oreal Paris Infallible concealer, and the shade is Honey. I'm simply going to make a base for my eyeshadows. Anyway, you guys, never mind my ashy hands. I think by now you know that before I could even apply anything on my face, my hands are most likely to be ashy, simply because my skin is nowadays having some issues, and I can see that over here I am having small pimples, but I think it simply is because of I've been drinking some more lately. I think that is a result for my indulgence with the red wine. And anyway, you guys, the very first eyeshadow I'm going to apply, it is the eyeshadow Arouse. Alright, I think, let me see. I'm used to using this eyeshadow palette. I think I may go back to using it. I'm going to use this eyeshadow Arouse, and I'm just going to apply Arouse as my transitioning shade. I'm going to mix Arouse and Juicy as my transitioning shades. They're becoming a little bit pinkish. I'm just going to apply these 2 eyeshadows together. And I think, you guys, this particular eyeshadow brushes, they're actually not applying my eyeshadows very nicely. I think the fact that they get so dirty so easy, it is the reason why we are having this type of situation that I'm having right here. I'm going to go for the eyeshadow Untamed, and I'm just going to apply Untamed on my outer corner. And you guys, now that I've seen the original palette of this Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette, I actually am starting to rethink using this anymore, because the pigment from that eyeshadow and the colors they are not applying, they are not even looking as. If you're checking the eyeshadow palette from Google, you may not even see a little bit of what it can do to your eyes. By the way, you guys, I'm going to keep applying this on my outer corner and take it slightly on top of my eyelids, not too much. And I'm going to do the same on this other side. Just going to ensure that I have a pigment on my outer corner. I actually wish to make my outer corner a little bit deeper, and I'm going to take a brown color. The brown color that I'm going to just apply is going to be from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one is original. I bought it from the ARC. Even though I realized that the eyeshadows that I started using, they are now finished. I'm not using it that much. I think the fact that it's too pigmented makes it to finish quite quicker. And then, you guys, I'm going to go back to the brush that I was using to apply the eyeshadow Arouse. I'm just going to try and diffuse the deep colors that I have applied and mix it together. I'm going to go to my shimmery eyeshadows, which is going to be the eyeshadow Shameless. Just going to apply Shameless right on the middle part of my eyelid. I think it will do what I want it to do. Even though this eyeshadow palette is also pigmented, but it's not the same as the original eyeshadow palette. Most of the colors are not as you see them. They are even shifty. They're super beautiful. And by the way, you guys, I'm going to try and be quick. And using the other side of the very same brush, I'm going to go for the eyeshadow Desire. I like to place Desire right between the eyeshadow and paint. I'm just going to place this eyeshadow as a transitioner between the eyeshadow Shameless as well as my deep colors. And I would like to place with my fingers. Now when I'm placing with my fingers, they're becoming a bit more nicer than when I wasn't. I think this is one of the reasons why I like to apply my eyeshadows with my fingers. As you can see, the eyeshadows are pigmented. For this one that I believe is counterfeit, but if you have not met the original eyeshadow palette, you wouldn't know this is counterfeit. But I'm not saying you should go for the counterfeit. Go for the original, because this is my next luxury eyeshadow palette that I'm going to get. I may not know which eyeshadow palette I would like to have, but I know that I want to have Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette in my collection of eyeshadows. And anyway, you guys, I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. It came with the palette Modern Renaissance, and I'm going to use the eyeshadow Filthy. Just going to try and place Filthy like this. Going to do the same on this side. Please never mind the noise, the background noise, because my kids, they are home. It's the holidays. Because we've been working a lot lately, I think they might be spending a lot of time with me, not even visiting their friends, because you guys, I have them kids working. They've been like working. Even the small one, she's been working. You guys, I may not see clearly what is happening on the monitor, but I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyeliner. And part of me wants to do a wing eyeliner. Part of me think I shouldn't be doing a wing eyeliner. Let me try to apply. Obviously, I'm used to making a wing, so I'm going to make it. And you guys, this is how typically I do my wing eyeliner. Because I'm hooded eye, you guys, I like to look up so that I see that my wing eyeliner is not going to disappear. So that way, you guys, even if I look up, my wing eyeliner is not going to disappear under the hood. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. It's a Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara. This one is not waterproof. Obviously, you guys, I have fall-offs of eyeshadows, so I'm going to take my micellar water, and it is also from Nivea. They said it is even suitable for people with sensitive skin. It's a toner as well as a micellar water. Just going to remove the fall-offs of my eyeshadows. And you guys, while I wait for my eyelash glue to actually dry up, I'm going to use this primer. It is from Wet n Wild. They say it's a mattifying primer base. It's a photo focus mattifying primer base. I know you guys, I promised that I was not gonna be wearing any wigs anytime soon, but for this makeup tutorial, I thought that it would look much better if I had a wig on. I was going to do this video with my contour, but I thought it was not going to be as classy. Lancome Tint Idol foundation should be looking. And by the way, you guys, this is not your everyday type of foundation that you will be applying and when you go to work, unless if there is a special occasion at work. And you guys, I thought I was going to apply my eyelashes off camera, but because the municipal truck was just passing and I thought that I should install them quicker, they might come and pass right on the street one more time. So you know, that truck, it is very, very noisy, and the people, they don't just take the garbage without even saying it. They make a lot of noise. They let people know that they have arrived. So it is the turn for my street to actually have the garbage collected. So I'm going to place these eyelashes on the outer side. And by the way, you guys, I don't always use my eyelashes once. I always reapply them as per the brand's recommendation. If a brand says you can wear your eyelashes 15 times, I try to apply them countless as possible. But obviously, I will not be counting each and every time I'm wearing it. This is the 4th and the 5th time. Definitely not. But these ones that I'm wearing right now, it is Eyeliner London Fluttery Light. And by the way, you guys, they say you can wear them 5 times. And one thing I like about these eyelashes is the fact that their straps are very, very light and cannot really lift off of my eyelash line because of my eyes moving. So by the way, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start by swatching these foundations. Like I said, you guys, I have about 2 foundations from Lancome I bought this. This is from my budget. I splashed on this one. This were my spoils because it's even my birthday month. I had all reasons to splash, and the brand says shake the bottle before every use. And by the way, you guys, when I went into the store, they recommended this shade, saying that it was my shade. This is the shade that they recommend, is 445N, and I'm just going to show you how it is looking. This is my shade. That is what makeup artist said. It is my shade, and I differed with them because I felt like my shade was 510 simply by looking at 510 from the internet. I didn't actually test it first, and I'm just going to apply 510 on this other side. I'm going to show you how 510 is also looking. And by the way, this is 510. What I have been doing was that on a day in which I know that I'm not going to be doing my highlights and contour and other stuff, I'm just going to apply foundation for the coverage. Nothing really drama. I will apply this, but when I know that I'm going to highlight and contour, I will wear this. I think the reason why they matched me like this is because I was gonna match my chest right here. But anyway, you guys, this foundation does not oxidize, so since it does not oxidize, I found this to be a little bit lighter. By the way, you guys, how I have been applying this foundation, and I saw them applying the foundation on my face without actually applying a primer. Me being the curious one, I had to ask why you guys are you applying this foundation and you are not even applying any sort of primer. They said the foundation has 81% skincare, and actually you guys are mixing the two foundations together like I did on this outside. They were actually saying that you don't need to have primer, and the foundation is suitable for everybody if you have problem skin, and as well as if you don't have problem skin, so anyone can apply this foundation. And by the way, you guys, I'm not sure if you can see the coverage is superly crazy, and I may need to slow down when I get to my forehead because this hair is not gonna allow me to apply this foundation with a brush like this. I may need to actually slow down. I packed a bit with this wig. I wanted to style it a certain way, but for some reason it was not actually agreeing. I think I'm fairly close to the camera, so I believe that you can see the coverage. This is a one full coverage foundation. Now the musical track is right outside. If it is making noise for you, please forgive your sister. Alright, you guys, now that I am sitting in front of this camera, I'm actually starting to realize why they thought 510 was not my perfect shade. Why they thought 445N was my shade. It is because it looks a little bit darker than I want, but because I'm going to highlight my face, I don't find it to really be an issue. They say also this foundation is self-setting. It doesn't need you to apply your setting powder. I did test it one day when I went to work, and I actually loved the results. All day I was looking like this, nice, less dewy, not feeling anyway tight. And I even also tested with a powder. When I applied powder, hands down to Lancome, the foundation was like sitting superly beautiful. It was sitting so nice, and you guys, I just didn't want to wash my makeup that day because I applied my makeup early in the morning around 5. I was going to have to arrive at work at 7:30 because daycares are closed right now. During this season, I had to take my daughter to my sister's, so which is a different direction to where I'm working. So now what I did was to apply it early in the morning, 5 o'clock, around 6 I was done applying makeup, and I was taking my daughter to my sister's. And as you can see, you guys, I am actually highlighting the areas in which when you apply makeup you're supposed to be highlighting. I hardly highlight those areas with concealer lately, so one thing that I'm going to do is going to be to blend my concealer. And as you can see, the concealer looks a little bit lighter, but this is the concealer that I always use. And then, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer highlight, and I'm going to use Yardley in the shade Translucent. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and set my cupid brow as well as my chin. Sometimes I get to forget that this area needs to be set. And I'm going to take my skin tone shade powder and I'm just slightly going to place go ahead and set my small ones. Please believe me when I say this is not a paid partnership. This is nothing paid. This is not sponsored. It's not sponsored. It's just my personal and true opinion. I realized that when applying this foundation, my skin becomes very nice. It becomes very nice and glowy. I think I started to then believe that when they said it has 81% skincare, I believed it because of the results that I have been getting. When I'm going to wash this, it just leaves my skin so top notch, beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and contour my forehead, and I'm going to try and contour. Those are the struggles of applying makeup when you have your wig on. And anyway, you guys, as I'm applying this, I'm going to go out with my kids. It's about time that we go out. The mommy has not been around the kids lately because of my appointment with my client. And you guys, when it comes to the blush, I'm going to use this blush that I always love, but I think I should be using a pink blush. Let me use a pink blush. I'm going to use this palette from LA Girl. I would like to use this particular blush so that we complement the eyes. Going to apply right here. When the eyes are pink, we might as well go a little bit pink. And then for my highlighter, I think I should be using this highlighter from Palladio. I'm going to go for this shade. It's somewhat iridescent. The color is a little bit shifty. Just going to apply right on my cheekbone. And you guys, I didn't change my filming station. Actually, I've rearranged the furniture just to have a different type of feel, and maybe you will love it. Just give me your comments down below. See if your sister has done a great work or we just wasted our time. Please leave me the comment if you like the background, because this background was actually the furniture that was on the other side of this room. It's a very small room, by the way. I have just rearranged the furniture so that we are able to film, because I used to film in the main bedroom, so which was something that I thought it was not cool, because I couldn't leave the setup like this. At least in this room I can leave everything the way it is. And by the way, you guys, for highlighting I'm using Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, and the shade is Matte and Bronze. I'm going to go to this eyeshadow palette and go back to the eyeshadow Untamed. I'm going to apply Untamed under my lower lashes. You guys, after answering the call, I decided I'm going to just take off the pins that were holding my hair. And by the way, you guys, I decided to not apply a setting spray off camera, but I'm going to go ahead and apply the 3-in-1 from Yardley. It's a makeup setting spray, which is definitely not necessary because the makeup itself is sweat proof, waterproof, transfer proof. So by the way, you guys, I'm just going to do what I do every day, which is trying to secure makeup, but this one is this self-securing. Not necessary for me to do all these things that I've done right here. And anyway, you guys, I'm going to hold this spray arm's length away and then set it. And you guys, I'm just going to take the sponge and just pat and show you the difference. There is no difference before I applied the setting spray as well as after. Foundation itself, it is playing a bigger role in this makeup tutorial. I think this festive season is going to be different for me. Definitely not going to be applying it because it's quite pricey. Woo! You guys, let me go ahead and apply my lip gloss. And the lip gloss that I'm going to apply is Lifted Gloss from Maybelline. They say it has hyaluronic acid. And anyway, you guys, I've been loving this Maybelline lip gloss, and anyway, you guys, I think I love everything about this look. And if you really love it, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to share the video, and as well as don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet. Don't subscribe twice, you subscribe once, and then you press notification button every time when I upload, you notified. I'm actually going to go to work in a week from now. By the way, you guys, this is your girl Royalty signing off.